Okay, that's a hiccup. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Phase 2 Series 3 Finals. I'm your host, Battle Wolf, and today we have 14 teams, not 12, 14 teams playing today to see who will be crowned our P2S3 champions. So, if you guys did miss our semifinals on Friday, it was a lot to unpack. Unfortunately, we don't have any video proof because we had some technical difficulties. Technical difficulties over the weekend as we try to get the footage for it, but unfortunately, we couldn't get it. But so here's me having to explain to you. So but either way, we have the newer teams today that is playing their first ever CTS tournament, and they performed to the fullest for the semifinals. And not gonna lie, y'all, I'm shocked because these new teams because these new teams in the qualifiers played okay. They did play good, but no, they could have played a little better. But when it came to the semifinals, Jesus, bro, the teams went all out. And I want to give a shout out to both Fallen Angels and P Esports, both the main team and the academy team, because those three teams in their semifinal group went all out. And I also got to give credit to 58 Nation as well for 58 Nation to finally qualify to the first final in phase 2. So yeah, man. So And also, we had a very surprising performance from T20. As T20, we didn't really see them do so hot. Now they did qualify. They did qualify, but with only 48 points. Now that's surprising because we usually don't see T20 hit that low marker before, hit that low marker as in the previous tournaments. But for them to hit only 48 points in the semifinals, yeah, I'm gonna admit that is a little surprising to see. Now, but now again, they qualified, so kudos to them. But for the two teams from last series that did phenomenal in Phase 2, Series 2, both being PvP and Crew Reborn, they I don't know how, but they did not do so good to the point that both of them teams did not qualify. And to be honest, that's very surprising, yo. Very surprising to see those two teams, especially Crew Reborn, after Crew Reborn went on on a very good qualifying spree. Because mind you, when they first started, they went all out in qualifying for every single tournament that they played in, and for them to not qualify in Phase 2 Series 3 is very surprising, and I'm very shocked they didn't see that. And for PvP though, after them returning from a long break to play in Series 2 Phase 2, not Series 3 Phase 3, for them to not qualify, and not only that, they had their worst performance as of yet, was very surprising to see, man. But that does open the doors for new teams such as Fallen Angels, Vism, Lot of Cash, Lost XZ, those teams that's new to the CTS, that is playing their first ever CTS tournament to maybe even get top 3 for the first time in the CTS. And if they do, yo, respect to them, because you are starting off very strong here. So with that being said, we are getting the room set, and we are also we had the teams join in, and we also are getting the room set. So also again guys, we had some technical difficulties over the weekend, to the point that we can't show you some footage, and the worst thing is we can't even show you the CTS predictions. But to at least keep you in the loop, and to at least tell you, for the CTS prediction for the team to win it today, and we are surprised by this too, the team that was chosen to win today's final is no other than Rambox Gaming. Now, people might be saying, okay, that's not surprising because Rambox did very well in the semifinals. Yeah, I will agree. That is, I mean, it does make sense. But again, a whole new team in the CTS doing this good and gets the prediction to close it out on a win for their first ever tournament. You got some major props, and you got a lot of people back you up. So again, I'm looking forward to see how they play. I think that they are gonna do very good. Now win it, maybe. But also you have to take in consideration that T20 also qualified too. Now even though that T20 did terrible in the semifinal qualifiers, they could turn it up in the finals and say, you know what, bro, we did bad in semifinals, but we still qualified. Let's turn up and get a 3-time winning streak. Because mind you, P21 Phase 2 Series 1 and Phase 2 Series 2. So if they get a win in today's finals in Phase 2 Series 3, they'll be crowned 3-time champions. So with that being said, we are looking forward to see how they play today, man. Especially the newer teams, dude. Those are the teams I'm really looking forward to see play today the most. So, and also, guys, just so you know, because just so you know, give me 1 second. I have to scroll up again to get to the letter. What's the letter again? Oh, that's not my final. Sorry, I just scrolled. Oh, W. So yeah, man. But so yeah. So again, like I said, I'm looking forward to it. And I forgot what I was saying before. I think I lost my train of thought though. But I'll gain it back in like probably like another minute or two. But yeah, man. So again, guys. So again, I want you to vote for which team you think is going to win today's finals. Now, like I said, with T20 only being the only powerhouse team as of right now in the finals, and Caliberonic and PvP is not in, to be honest, it's anybody's game. And I did get word from one of the heads of T20 that their roster is a little mixed up too. So to be honest, no one telling me if they can actually even do good today. I mean, to be honest, I do think they will. I believe that they will. But if they don't perform today, to the like if they don't perform to the fullest today, and they have another bad performance, like I said, it's anybody's game on who can steal the win from them. So, but yeah, man. So yeah, man. So but like I said, though, I'm looking forward to see how they play today, especially the newer teams. So I want to ask you guys a question, right? Have y'all ever been to a actual in-person Free Fire event? And also if you have you ever seen any commentary there? If not, this is here is your chance to actually see me alongside with another excuse me commentator by the name of Commando, commentating an official in-person Free Fire event in New York this upcoming weekend. Not this weekend, because it make no sense, because why the hell would I commentate at an event in New York if I'm not there? But yeah, but next weekend, or this upcoming weekend, me, Battle Power Wolf, and Commando will be commentating the matches at New York at Dave & Buster's on 42nd Street. Now, mind you, not only can you also see the commentary and listen to it, you can also have a chance to win merch as well. And also, for my World Cup fans here, for the people who love to watch the World Cup, you can even earn yourself some World Cup tickets if you win one of the matches. Now again, for me, listen, that's a good ass deal to come in to not only come watch an event, at Free Fire, but also have a chance to win so much and World Cup tickets. Shit, yo, that's a 3-for-1 right there. So again, guys, if you haven't, I don't know if you guys can, and I mean, if you guys could, dope. Try to come to see this event, and try to see me and Commando, and also try to get you guys so much in New York. And also, guys, if you guys want any autographs from me, I will also be signing some stuff as well. If you got like a shirt you want to sign or anything anything like that, I'll be happily sign up for you, so you can have a little momentum for me to you, because no telling when the next time down I'm gonna be at a Free Fire event after next weekend. So to have a little something by me is a little good. So in the meantime, we're gonna we're almost get almost ready with the teams. Just that we are missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams, but if we at least get a 10, that at least be good. So y'all are missing Ramp Box, which is surprising. Let's see. Second. I'll make sure the teams come in. At 17. playing. Okay, so oh my god, my damn fucking voice. Is it like a community? I could join the find teams I never see, actual listen, Jazz. You can actually join our Discord server to see new NA teams that you never seen it. When is the event? The event is on next weekend on May 30th and 31st. That's the day of the event. So I'll be going both days. So you have 2 chances to see your boy play today. In the oh my god, I might be playing, but you have a chance to see me commentate alongside a commando for the matches there. And again, guys, like I said, if you guys do come, if you guys want to have a shirt like a shirt from the sign or anything with the sign, I will happily do so. But I will warn you ahead of time, my hair running is not the best. But over the next couple of days, I'll work on it. So at least it'll at least be a little better. So, anyway, like I said, we at least have a few more minutes until you get into the first match. So yeah, guys. So, what you say? Yo, wait, yeah. Oh, shit. Is it? Okay, this Vism. Oh, sports. Okay, that is Vism. Is it Fish? Yes, Fish Checker is in the Free Fire World Series. Oh. So hopefully you at least have an extra place to at least play for them today. If not, it's all good. Can you watch them in the finals? Maybe. So make sure the teams come in. So DC link. Oh, Jazz. The DC link is in our bio via this link, TikTok link. TikTok bio. My apologies. My brain is just all over the place today. So Flux was my team, but their Rush, HEP, and more teams for this year. And Prodigy. I'm surprised you said that. I'm surprised you mentioned SGP because this is the first tournament that SGP did not qualify to the finals, which is very surprising to me because ever since SGP played in the CTS, they qualify for every single final, and for them to not qualify in today's final which is very surprising because HEP does have a high finals qualification rate, whether they barely qualify or they actually do good in the group. Ever since they start playing in the CTS, they qualified, but they fell short in the group D. No, the Group B semifinals qualification. So, man, to see them not qualify though is very, very surprising, man. Very surprising. But hopefully they qualify in Phase 2, Series 4. So yeah. But anyway. But like I said, I see you got some. You got some Rambox Gaming fans in here. For our Rambox Gaming fans, please show support because, like I said, we do have them as the CTS finals pick. So make sure everything gets. Cal, what your bet is? Listen, like I said, if T20 having a newish roster, and for the new teams to be in here and doing very good in the qualifiers for the regular qualifiers and semi-final qualifiers. To be honest, dude, I can't even make an accurate pick. It's anybody's game, to be honest. It's anybody's game. So, with that being said, we are going to start our first match of the P2 Series 3 Finals. Again, guys, I'm your host, Battle Upon Wolf, and we are going to kick it off. So, make sure you get ready. Jamil, what's up, man? How you doing? So again, guys, get loud, get proud, and root for your favorite team to win not only the first match, but to win it all for Phase 2 Series 3. So the teams are set. Unfortunately, we're missing 2 teams, but hopefully they could at least come in match 2 and further on. What's good, Israel? Hope you're doing good, my boy. And also, guys, just so you know, it is a minute and 10-second delay to prevent stream sniping, but it will also not be too long, so you guys could at least I'll be able to at least commentate with you guys at a reasonable pace. So for your teams that's in match 1 for Phase 2 Series 3, PE Sports, Lost XZ, Rambox Gaming, Lot of Cash, 58 Nation, Sigma Academy, PE Sports Academy, E7 Empire, Fallen Angels, GS Squad, Vism Esports, and T20. Those are your teams that's in. Those are your teams that's in match 1, Phase 2 of Phase 2 Series 3 Finals. Again, guys, if you have any favorite team here, show them love, show them support, and show them that you are here to see them dominate. So let's try to see who's going. So I'm trying to see who is going to kick off the first blood. So we have T20 go up against Rambox Gaming with Darius putting pressure on None, with None going down, and T20 secures first blood, kicking it off for today's finals. So now for T20 striking first blood, they're off to a very medium start so far. So Rambox Gaming does lose one of the members, but hopefully they do gain the momentum back. So now we have GS Squad go up against Lost XZ, two new teams in the CTS, making a name for themselves. GS does eliminate one of the members from Lost XZ, so Lost XZ is now in a 1-player situation, and GS secured their first kill. So now PE Sports side, which I think might be this is the Academy, but PE Sports Academy going up against Fallen Angels, trying to see who is going to get the upper hand. And for the first team to be fully wiped out in match 1 of the finals is Lot of Cash, which is very surprising to see because they did do good for the semifinals qualifiers. But no, it is the first match, so they do have time to regain later on. So Lost X lose 2 of the members to GS Squad, with GS Squad securing 2 quick kills off of them, and that does leave Adius and Dennis as the only 2 players that's on the ground right now. Penta does get brought back and seen for Nietro as he both get brought back, but they will have to regain. Adius go for the aggression, trying to see if he could secure the kill for his teammate, which he does. And for another team that's decided to join the gunfight, we have Vism Esports getting in the mix, eliminating some of the members for GS Squad and actually putting GS Squad in a 1-player situation, with GS with GS losing 3 of the members and is now having to regain. Dez, the only player left alive for his team, trying to see if he could keep his team alive in this game. If he does get his team back, that would better his chances, and that would keep his team alive. So, okay, so only one team eliminated. So we still have 11 teams left alive to see who could maybe progress as the match goes on. So RBG with Solo being the solo for his team, now having to try to get his team back in a regain later on. Rhythm Esports does eliminate 2 members of that eliminate one of the members from Lost XZ, but 2 of the members do get knocked down and fully eliminated. But Franco is gonna be there for the buyback, but he not Franco, yeah, hold on, Franco? Is it 2 Francos? Oh no, the first Franco does get knocked down, fully eliminated, which does keep Lost Vism Esports in a 3-player situation. Adius does see one of the Francos in the distance, but he's not going to go for the push. Now Sig Academy putting pressure on Sig PE Sports with Emilio keeping the pressure and trying to see if he can get a knock, which he does on Kitty, and Kitty does get knocked down and fully eliminated, and Sig Esports will secure their 3rd kill of this match. Now over towards 58 Nation with them losing 2 of their players, but they do get brought back by the hands of No. And mind you, 58 Nation is looking very good for Phase 2 Series 3. And also, for people who don't know, Phase 58 Nation does consist of the whole roster of Zada X. So making them the first team to have a whole CTS team become a whole another team, which, if that makes any sense. So now we have T20 going up against Lost XZ with Mark taking some damage. Gaudio, Darius, Devil trying to see if they could support him as well. But Pinta Edius go on the aggression here with God getting knocked down. Darius gets knocked down. Mark gets knocked down, and Devil, the last surviving player, gets knocked down and fully eliminated, which does make T20 our next team to be fully eliminated. And mind you, T20 is our back-to-back winners for both Series 1 and Series 2 of Phase 2, with them being the next team to get fully eliminated, and Redbox Gaming is the next team to get eliminated following them. So now 3 teams, 2 of them being very strong teams in this series, getting knocked down and fully eliminated. Lost XZ doing very, very good in today's finals, but they do lose 3 of their players with Adius as the last player left, but he at least have enough coins to bring back his team. And Vism Esports is your next team to be fully wiped out. Unfortunately, I didn't see about who, but they do go out in ninth. They do go out in 9th place with 7 kills. So the kills is gonna keep them in at least top 10 contention, but they will need to step it up later on. And now E7 going on the push with GS Squad, with GS Squad losing 2 of their players to them. And now Pelly go for the aggression, get another knock and another kill. And GS Squad is your next team to be fully wiped out in match 1 with by the hands of E7, with E7 getting 8 kills in this match. So a lot of teams is off to a strong start in match 1 with a majority of the teams with 5 teams out and gone, waiting for them to play in the next match, and hopefully they do get the momentum back, get the momentum going as the finals progresses. So So again, some of the newer teams here doing very good here, but of returning faces though, such as E7 is keeping it going and keeping that momentum going as well, and doing very strong too as well. So I'm trying to see. So with the map. So the map, or the actually, no, my bad. The zone pointing towards the southern eastern side. The teams that's on the western side of the zone would need to start making a rotation and start taking the gunfights if they choose to do so. But if not though, that's good, because they don't want to really make the rotation any harder as it is. So now SIG Academy put a little pressure on PE Sports. Unfortunately, I'm still trying to figure out if the esports main team or the academy team, which I think it is the academy team. So now Chris and Mako trying to look for angles here on PE Sports, trying to see who they could knock down. But PE Sports saying, nah, brother, you ain't gonna knock us down. We're gonna knock you down, and going for the full rush and getting 3 kills off of SIG Academy, which does put them in a 2-play situation with actually not 2, which put them in a they eliminate 2 players, which does leave them in a 2-player situation. So now Emilio and Phoenix will need to back off and try to get the players back into the game, which Phoenix will do, as he does have enough coins. And also, chat, I did forget to mention this earlier. In the finals, we do Champion Rush. If you people who don't know what Champion Rush is, the first team to hit 80 points and get a booyah wins the tournament. Or another way to win it, if nobody wins based on Champion Rush, after 8 matches, whoever has the most points is your finals winners. So PE Sports Academy, this you now know which one is the main team in the academy, with them securing 5 kills off of Lost XZ, making them pretty close again, getting closer to hitting that Champion Rush mark. But the teams that's more closer though is Lost XZ, SIG Academy, and E7, and also Fallen Angels as well, with 8 kills and with two teams having 8 kills and other 2 having 9 kills. So we have 4 teams doing very, very well. But it does come down to how those 2 teams perform later on in this match. To have the new faces in the CTS doing very good though is very good to see, and refreshing as well. Whoever wins gets a chance in the FIFA. Whoever wins in the Free Fire World Series gets a chance to play in the free gets a chance to play in the Free Fire World Series. But this tournament is totally different. It's totally different, dude. So. But no, let's see. So let's see. So now, okay. So SIG Academy takes the kill leader spot with 10 kills. Okay, but actually no. Actually, they don't take the kill leader spot. They are tied for kill leader spots, as E7 is tied with them. So now SIG Academy approaches 58 Nation, as 58 Nation is trying to keep the pressure on them. With SIG Academy keeping the shots and keeping that pressure on them, but 58 Nation is retaliating. But 58 Nation does have Zen getting knocked down, but he does not get fully eliminated since his team is going to be there for support. But 58 Nation is dropping down player after player, with Rush getting knocked down and fully eliminated. Zen is able to heal up. Calm and Fury is able to heal up and is able to get inside the zone, which does make this spot a little more good, but they will need to start putting pressure on the teams later on. And now PE Sports Academy have down to the last 2 surviving players. King being a prime definition of being one shot with less than 20 health to his name. In the main PE Sports Academy, they do land nearby. And now the next to be fully wiped out is Lost XZ coming down coming in 7th place with a nice amount of kills though. So right now they're off to a very good start in this finals. And now E7 starting to put pressure on the teams that is relatively outside the zone, with E7 securing 15 kills in the kill leader spot. And now Fallen Angels putting pressure on Sigma Academy with the members doing everything in their inventories, flash freezes, dragon freezes, anything to damage Sigma Academy and make the rotation harder. But Fallen Angels would need to start rotating in. They don't having a vehicle and also the launch pad in play, the rotation will be a little easier. And now E7 seeing PE Sports making a rotation, starting to put shots on them and trying to see if they could get some knocks here, which they do. Which they do actually. And 50 Nation is caught in the mix too, trying to stay alive. But Fury does get knocked down, as Zen is the last surviving player for his team. They do get a nice little amount of kills, but they would need to try to survive a little longer. And PE Sports Academy and Sigma Academy does get knocked down and fully eliminated. Almano, Pelly both get knocked down for E7, which does leave Austin and 9, the last two surviving plays in this lobby. Vandy for PE Sports does get knocked down. Swayu, he gets knocked down. And Fallen Angels gets knocked down and fully eliminated. And they did have the high ground, which is surprising too as well. I don't know how they lose the high ground I don't know how they get fully eliminated off the high ground. So now we're down to our last 3 teams: 58 Nation, E7, and PE Sports. Vandy spotting Zen from Zen Hosio for 58 Nation does get the information on him, but he does not go for any kills at the moment. But Swayu does get knocked down, fully eliminated. E7 with 23 kills in this match, but they only have 1 player left. Austin does get a knock on Cube. He does get the full kill. So now is anybody's game to take this win. PE Sports with 10, E7 24, and 50 Nation with 4. T kill, he gets knocked down. Zen trying to see if he could probably keep the pressure on him, but he needs to be careful as the last survivor member for E7 of Austin is nearby, but he does need to rotate. Zen does knock down Vandy. Kill is gonna beat for the helper. Zen he's trying to rotate in. Austin he saw make a rotation, and Zen does get knocked down, fully eliminated. It is now down to a 2-on-1 T kill. Vandy, Austin, E7, and PE Sports Academy, the last 2 surviving teams. Austin is looking a little unhealthy here, as he is lower than 200 HP. He could clutch this if he placed the shots here. He needs to land his shots. T kill Vandy could steal the win from him and take the first match could take the first win for match 1. Vandy go for the push. De Niro being used. Austin tries to hold the spot, but unfortunately he can't. And PE Sports takes the first booyah for Phase 2 Series 3 Finals. And yes, that is the real PE Sports Academy, but the North America version. So PE Sports takes the first booyah for today's finals. And then we have E7 coming in 2nd place and 58 Nation coming in 3rd, with PE Sports coming in 1st place with 12, E7 coming in 2nd place with 24, and 58 Nation coming in 3rd place with 4 kills. Damn, off to a great start for today's finals, man. Great start, great start. So give me a second, chat. Let me let me put the scores in, because unfortunately my scorekeeper is not available at the moment, so he won't be available till later on. So yeah, man. Oh my god, bro. What a great start to the finals, dude. A marvelous start to the finals, man. The newer teams in the CTS is doing phenomenal, man. Phenomenal. A chef's kiss and a great start to today's finals. Now we still have to show love to the teams that did not do good in the first match, but again, it's only the first match. They have a lot of time to regain the any momentum that they lost in the first match and improve it as time goes on. But we will need to see if they could regain and get the momentum back as our final progresses. So again, chat, give me a second. Let me put the scores in so you at least know how at least know who is closest to Champion Rush, which I think is which I do think that PE Sports is the closest right now, because even though they not PE Sports, E7, my apologies, even though E7 did come in second place, they got 24 kills in their first match. So right now they are the closest to getting Champion Rush, but they do have PE Sports right behind him, alongside with Fallen Angels as well with 22 points. So give me a second, chat. Let me put the scores right quick, then I'll be able to show you in a second. So just right quick. Usually I have my one of my moderators to do this, but unfortunately he is unavailable until later on. So we unfortunately your boy will have to do this himself, which is no biggie at all. I don't mind doing it. Sometimes you gotta do stuff yourself, which I don't mind at all. But Fallen Angels got 22. It's Cam 11. Sigma 16. But yeah, man, very good start to the to today's finals. Again, guys, these teams that is playing today, that's doing phenomenal today, is only going to get better. So again, for the teams that did fall below, like the low rankings, trust me, it's only the first match, and I guarantee you that they are going to turn up as the match progresses. GS Squad is 8. My apologies, guys. I'm just putting the scores in right quick. So, but at least you see who's doing good so far. Vism is 9. GS Vanbox got 4, which is surprising. T24, which is also surprising as well. And then for the last one, we have that is Father Cash with 1. Okay, so that score should be good. So make sure everything's looking good. Okay, so I gotta go back to exit to lobby, and then you go to KFC. So yeah, man. A great start to today's finals, man. A great, marvelous start. We start. So yeah, man, I'm definitely looking forward to see how the teams play, man. But for the teams as closest as of right now, give me a second. Let me do a window capture so I can show you properly. I gotta make sure they really fix the thing. Okay, so I can show you right now. We'll just go to here and so for the team that holds first place right now is E7 Empire with 33 points, and then PE Sports with 24, and then Fallen Angels with 22, and then in fourth place 58 Nation with 12, PE Esports Academy with 11, Vision with 9, GS Squad with 8, Vanbox with Redbox and T20 with 4, and a lot of cash with 1. I think we are missing 2 teams right now. Are we? Hold up. Are we missing 2 teams? I think we are. Hold the hell up. Is Sigma in here, right? Sigma is not on here. Whoa. Yeah, I think we got a team that's missing on the leaderboard. So chat, the leaderboard is actually a little messed up. So yeah, but right now I probably would say that E7 is the closest to Champion Rush at the moment. So that's very good. So I can at least tell you who's the closest. So right now we are about to go into the second match for Phase 2 Series 3. Make sure team's ready. What the hell? Okay. Let's get to it. And we are good to go. So going in to match 2 of today's finals. Trying to see who's gonna get the second booyah. With PE Sports getting the first, so now let's see who could get the second. I'm really looking forward to see who's gonna get it to that for sure. Okay, dude. He's 13. I gotta figure it out. Anyway, so for match 2, we have again your team that's playing today: PE Sports, PE Sports Academy, Lost XZ, GS Squad, RBGO, Vanbox Gaming, 58 Nation, Sigma Academy, PE Sports, E7, Fallen Angels, T20, Vism Esports, and Lotta Cash. Again, these are your teams that's playing in today's finals. So let's see who is going to get first blood. As we do have Vanbox Gaming going up against Lotta Cash here. Remember, Lotta Cash was the first team to be fully eliminated in match 1. So hopefully that does not repeat. And Vanbox Gaming does secure the first blood. Freddy Kiyosuke does are the first 2 to be fully eliminated, which does leave Jack, we'll call him King, and Diego, the last 2 players left, as Diego does get knocked down and fully eliminated. There you go. King does get knocked down and fully eliminated, which does leave Diego as the last surviving player left. So a lot of cash off to a very rough start again in the finals, but hopefully they do get everything sorted out, and hopefully things do work out for them. Let's see, 82 is 82. Okay, yeah, that's a little messed up. Give me a second, John. I'm trying to figure out something quick. There we go. So let's see. one. Give me a second. I'm like figuring something out here. I'll figure out as time goes on later. Time goes on later on. That's weird. I was doing that. Okay, yeah. I'll fix that later on. Anyway, but okay. So yeah, Fallen Angels getting 2 kills off of Risen, but Dale and Singh need to be careful as Singh does get a knock, but unfortunately he most likely will not get his kill. Actually, I think he will though, as now Risen is down to, as actually not Risen, Lost X is now down 2 players and Risen is down 1. But Singh needs to win his gunfight, but unfortunately he can't. And Vism Esports fully wipes out Fallen Angels, as Fallen Angels is the first team to be fully eliminated in match 1. So now we are down to 11 teams already. So good thing is a lot of Cash will not be the first team to be fully wiped out. So that's that's good for them. But but they will need to progress and lock in as time goes on. So E7, our match, our second place match position team so far has no kills at the moment. So hopefully they are able to collect some more kills as time goes on. So now T20 going up against E7, so to speak of, with Austin getting knocked down and trying to see if it's gonna get fully eliminated. No, but Mark is using the Iris skill to keep that pressure on him. Amano, he gets knocked down, but Darius for T20, he gets knocked down and he does get fully eliminated. Both T20 and E7 is put in a 3-player situation. Mark missing a very crucial jump shot there. Jeff, he gets knocked down, but Baki is gonna be there for the help up. But he actually he's gonna be there for the help up, but only momentarily, as Pelly for E7 throws down the Oscar and goes for the push with the Mag 7 and cleans up 2 kills off of T20. And now Mark for T20 is the last surviving player. If Mark goes down, T20 will be your next team to be fully wiped out again, being with them going out in 11th place again. They cannot afford this. They cannot have this go off on them again. Now RBG Vevox Gaming putting the pressure on a lot of Cash, meeting up again, putting a lot of Cash in a 2-player position. If RBG is looking pretty good so far with 7 kills and doing phenomenal. Now 58 Nation putting that pressure on P Esports with 58 Nation securing 3 kills in match 2 right now. Mind you, 58 Nation is looking so far so good, man. So far so good. I cannot wait to see if they can actually turn up more, because 58 Nation has been doing very good with going for that top placement. Now King trying to fight off Nari, but with Trogon knocks him down and gets the full elimination. And RBG has 8 kills and we didn't even hit the 8-minute marker. Omega, this is North America server. So yeah, man. So yeah, a lot of RBG has woken up, decided to open up a can of whoop ass on the team that's in this lobby, as they do hold the kill lead position. Now GS Squad go up against 58 Nation with Santi getting knocked down and most likely be fully eliminated. Calm does get tagged by Dez, but Dez gets knocked down. He will be fully eliminated as well. And now GS Squad down to the last player left with 58 Nation on his tail. 58 Nation knows he's the last one left, and they do get the last player for GS Squad. And GS Squad is your next team to be fully eliminated in match 2 by the hands of the sponsor team of the CTS 58 58 Nation. So now down to our last 10 teams. Lost XZ using the respawn beacon to get the 2 players back. They did do very good in the first match. So let's see if they could probably have another performance like that or even better in match 2. But time only tells. So let's look at the zone here. Is the zone pushing towards the southern region? The teams on that northern region will need to start making rotation a little more sooner. Now, with it being the first circle, it's not going to do much damage, but the teams that is making the rotation a little later will want to secure the spots for the zone. So hopefully the teams on the northern side and on the northwestern side can make the rotation a little more easier. Hopefully don't come into any confrontation. So Sigma Academy putting pressure on T20 with T20 down a player, but the player does get but that player most likely will be brought back. And for our next team to be fully wiped out, a lot of cash. Come on, guys. Come on, man. With a lot of cash coming in 10th place, but they at least get a kill, though. But it won't do much. Aye. So now, Lost XZ putting pressure on the Vism Esports. Adius, Felix is going to go for the push here. He does get tagged, but he will not be getting any more damage. But he does have support from the rest of his team with neutral getting a knock and a kill, but he does get knocked down and fully eliminated. And Vism Esports with Vism Esports pulling an Uno reverse on Lost XZ, fully eliminating 3 other players and putting them in a 1-player situation. And now Vism Esports has 8 kills, getting 3 kills off of Lost XZ. And now Lost XZ will need to try to regain and reset for later in the match. And PE Sports Academy is not having any easy for them as well, as he do lose 2 more players, and now Kang has to collect coins to buy his teammates back. So chat, the newer teams in the CTS is doing phenomenal today. Am I right, yo? We got Rambox, we got Rambox, we got Vism Esports, even Sick Academy is doing pretty good here. With these teams doing very phenomenal in the finals today. Chat, did I or did I not say that it could be anybody's game, correct? I did say that in the beginning of the stream. And so far, like I said, it could be anybody's game. So E7 down to 2 players, but Austin does have enough coins to buy his teammates back. 9 does. It's getting a little close towards Sigma. It's getting a little close towards Sigma. He does see Emilio, trying to see if he can get a shot at him, but he needs to be careful, guys. He still needs to rotate in. And now Lost XZ losing 2 more of the players to the hands of RBG. Redbox Gaming adding more kills to their pocket as RBG has now hit 15 kills in match 2, with RBG doing phenomenal, very well, and it's only the halfway point of this match. With RBG, again, a new team in the CTS doing phenomenal, and they hold the current kill leader spot at the moment. RBG fans, I know you're in that chat. Get loud for your team. Show them love and support. Show them why you are a RBG fan. So now we got Sick Academy putting pressure on Vism Esports with Franco, and I see who was that over there. It was Franco and actually Franco and you say God for now since I can't see his full name. Oh no, Sadix. As Franco and Sadix does get knocked down and most likely will be fully eliminated, which they are, which does leave Chino as the last surviving player left for his team, trying to see if he could try to buy his team back if he can, and try to reset for later in the match. And our next 2 teams to be fully eliminated in match 2 is Lost XZ and 58 Nation. with both teams having a good amount of kills though, but with that low placement, that is gonna drop them down a little bit though. Especially 58 Nation, as they are top 4 though. As they are top 4, but they will, but with them going out in 8th or 9th place, that is definitely gonna drop them down. And now SIG Academy eliminate one of the members for PE Sports Academy, with SIG Academy going on 11 kills, but they will need to get 6 more kills to at least get tied up with RBG, as RBG does have 17 kills. Now Solo looking for a Pelly for E7. He does spot them, and he does get the knock and will get the kill, as RBG is only 2 kills away from hitting 20 kills. And PE Sports Academy goes down to the hands of SIG Academy, with SIG Academy doing phenomenal, doing very, very well, collecting kills and getting a full team wipe in this match. Nunuth does get knocked down and fully eliminated, but his team is doing relatively good here. Francia does get tagged, but fortunately he does not go down. T20 with Darius and Jeff, the last 2 surviving players, trying to see what they can do to get more kills added on. Now Pelly, the last player left, Pelly does get shot in the back. SIG Academy and RBG is making the life for E7 a living hell, as E7 goes down to the hands of RBG, as Rambox Gaming has 21 kills in match 1. You are now down to our last 5 teams: RBG, Vism Esports, T20, PE Sports, and SIG Academy. As these 5 teams is doing very good as surviving to top 5, but RBG is the lobby dominator right now, 21 kills in its top 5. Now PE Sports Academy is starting to make the rotation as the zone does pull towards that southern eastern side. The teams on the southern western will now need to start making the rotation. Vandy for PE Sports go on an aggression on Darius and Jeff, trying to put pressure on them and trying to make them try to make it a little hard for the rotation. Now SIG Emilio he's trying to rotate in. He's the last surviving player, but with Morse with the Morse skill, his rotation could be just a little bit safer. But RBG holds the high ground. They could put pressure on the team that's rotating in, but Solo does get knocked down. Francia does drop down. North does survive a little longer, and Francia is gonna go back up to get the revive on Solo. Visit Esports does go down in 5th place, now down to the last 4 teams. PE Sports trying to see what they could do and try to see if they could get another booyah on their trying to get another booyah in the finals. Rambox Gaming go for the push. Vandy trying to stop that. T-Kill trying to see if he could assist them. But right now they're not doing much though. Vandy goes for the push though, but he does take a lot of damage though. PE Sports trying to hold it down. T20 did try to get in the mix here. Redbox, PE Sports, T20, all 3 teams trying to fight for the second booyah. Redbox does have one of the players get knocked down. Solo does get knocked down. Teller, the last round play for Redbox, now down to now with him being the last player left for his team, and PE Sports does win his gunfight against him. T20 trying to see if they could probably steal the win here, but they do need to make their rotation smart here, as his zone does pull, as he do get the zone pull and now go for the push. Darius using the Oscar skill to break down the wall and get the kill on unfortunately I didn't see that was. But now T-Kill Vandy trying to find the last surviving player for Vanbox. Solo trying to survive, but unfortunately he can't. We're now down to a 2-on-2. PE Sports, T20, T-Kill does get knocked down. Vandy, the last player left. Can Vandy clutches up? He does get a knock on Jeff. All he needs to do is get the kill on Darius, as we're now down to a one-on-one. Darius, Vandy, who could get the second booyah for today's finals? Darius needs to get inside the zone. Vandy does have the zone pull. Darius, he's weak. Vandy trying to see if he could keep the pressure though. All he needs is one more shot to close it out. Can Darius probably clutches up? He looks for Ingo. He does get a tag, but no, he cannot get the win. And Vandy wins the one-on-one and is able to get the second booyah, a back-to-back booyah for PE Sports. And PE Sports is your match 2 winners and very, very close to getting champion. It's getting closer, much closer to getting champion rush. Damn. PE Sports is on a roll today. Golly. With PE Sports getting 11 kills and T20 getting 7. But hear me out, chat. We're not just going to ignore Rambox Gaming with them coming in 3rd place with 22 kills, making up for the match 1 poor performance, redeeming themselves, and is definitely in top 5 with that performance. So yeah, chat. Chat. Give me a second. Let me send the screenshots in. Of course, I gotta put the scores in again, and so no, I'll get back to explain how the match results or stuff like that as well. So yeah, man. PE Sport is killing it today, yo. Killing it today, bro. Like, brother. And mind you, chat, PE Sports is, for people who don't know, PE Sports is currently was formerly known as Wagger Esports. So for them to go under a different name, but doing this good though in the finals is hella surprising, dude. It's very good to see. So if anything, this might be Wagger / PE Sports first win if they do keep this momentum going. But it does come down to how they play the remainder of this the finals. So again, guys, give me like 1 minute, give me like 1 to 2 minutes to put the scores in so we could at least see who's getting closer to champion rush. So let me see. D7 got 12. Vanbox got, which I believe, which was oh yeah, nice, yeah, 30 points for sure. That's nice for them. Fide Nation got 12. Fish Tag is not playing right now. Fallen Angels got 3. Fish Tag's not playing right now. PE Sports has 23. PE Sports Academy has 5. T20 has 16. GS Squad has 5. Now the Cash has, I believe it was 2. Yeah, 2. And Wisdom Esports Sigma. Wisdom has 14. Sigma 21. So 14, 21. And Loss has 7. So 7. So you got 7. Okay, so chat, I could tell you right now, right? So listen, PE Sports has 47 points. E7 Empire has 45. Vanbox Gaming has 34. So the closest right now is PE Sports to getting to champion rush if they keep the momentum going. So yeah, man. Yo, the teams is doing phenomenal today, dude. PE Sports getting a back-to-back booyah? Okay, but okay, I see you. So let's see if you get a nice little 3-piece. So eSports comes in first place with 11, T20 comes in second place with 7, Vanbox comes in third place with 22, Sigma comes in fourth place with 4, 8, 10, 14 kills, Vism comes in fifth place with from 5, 8 kills, E7 comes in sixth place with 7 kills, PE Sports Academy comes in 7th with 1, 58 Nation comes in 8th place with 4, 5, 7, 9 kills, Lost XZ comes in 9th place with 5 kills, Lot of Cash 10th place 1 kill, GS Squad comes in 11th place with 5 kills, and Fallen Angels comes in 12th place with only 3 kills. So yeah, man, the teams, man, yo, everybody is going for their crown, bro. Everybody's going hard, yo. So yeah, man, yo, the teams, yo, is doing phenomenal. And also, chat, Royal Tigers have finally joined back in the match. So they will start collecting the points for match 2. No, match 2. They start collecting points for match 3, but they won't get any points for match 2 and 1 and 2. So they will need to so they won't need to so they won't be get any points from for those 2 matches. But they'll at least start collecting points for match 2 and 3. I mean 3 and later on. So, okay, hold on, just fix. Okay, so damn. And also to the new followers in the chat, thank you guys. I do appreciate it, man. I'm not seeing it right. I know I'm not seeing it at the moment, but I do see you guys like following it like a whole lot. So again, guys, I really appreciate you guys following, man. It does mean a lot, guys, and I do love your support and love, as it does mean a lot, man. Thank you. So yeah, so okay, so chat, we are now going in. Is my team in here? Okay, now we are now going in to match 3 of the now going to match 3 of the let's see to fix. Quick. It's not scoring now? I see why now. So it's like B12. So you gotta go to B. So B-I. So B-I. Copy this one quick. No, I'll fix it. I'll fix it later. So at least I know what's the problem. So anyway, chat. So the teams that's in this lobby for match 3, we have PE Sports Academy, Lost XZ, GS Squad, Vanbox Gaming, 58 Nation, SIG Academy, PE Sports Academy, E7 Empire, Vism Esports, T20, Royal Tigers, Fallen Angels, and we have another team that's in here, as you can see at the moment, and that is Sig Academy. Oh, no, that's Sig Academy. We have we have we have a 13th team in here. That's a T20. I always say T20, but we'll figure out later on. So, Vism Esports does strike first blood up against they do strike first blood. Unfortunately, I ain't see who that was. Actually, no, it was actually against PE Sports Academy. And speaking of, PE Sports Academy is your first team to be fully wiped out. Now, Mateo for GS Squad does go down to the hands of Austin for E7. Now Austin trying to get away, but I'm pretty sure Owen has told Garcia, hey, listen, Austin is by himself, but Garcia does get knocked down and fully eliminated by Austin. If Austin and Nine stay alive long enough, they could get the free revive to keep the teams his team more better in more alive in the game. Is it working out? I don't think it's actually. I don't think I switched over. Did I? Oh, I didn't switch over. My apologies. I didn't even switch over. That was a big mistake by me. My apologies. So but to recap, like I said, E7 lost to Peaceful Cannon was the first team to get fully wiped out. E7 was on the verge of getting wiped out, but they do come around and wipe out GS Squad. And Vism Esports did strike first blood. Also, my apologies chat for not switching the screen sooner. I will take the beating for that. So again, my bad. I'll make sure to pay more attention. So now Sig Academy now putting pressure on Vism Esports with Sig securing 3 kills. Franco now trying to buy back his plays, which he does, but he does get knocked down and fully eliminated, which does put Sig Academy on 5 kills. Now now E7 and PE Sports is tied for the most kills right now, with both teams having 5, and Sig Academy has 5 too as well. My apologies. So now 3 teams is tied for first place with the most kills, and so now I'm gonna see who could increase the lead on the most kills, or who could take the kill leader spot. So RBG off to a little slow start here with two of the plays being fully eliminated, but it's still early in the match, so they could so they can gain that momentum back. So now with the Royal Tigers, they do secure the first kill. Mind you, chat, like I said before, Royal Tigers did miss match 1 and 2, so they won't get any points. So now they'll start collecting points in match in match 3 and on. So they will need to start fixing that as time goes on. So what the hell? Oh shit. See, so B14, I14. Then we got. I'm just like fix this right quick. I'm fixing it. I get right to you guys in a second. B15, I15. Yeah. Okay, there we go. And then it should like show properly, right? Oh no! Yeah, I think I messed up. I'll fix it later on. At least I know what the problem is right now. Okay, my apologies, chat. I was a little distracted. So, okay, so Royal Tigers is your next team to be fully eliminated by unfortunately, I didn't see who the team was, but Royal Tigers is not having a good start, especially after missing the first 2 matches. But at least they do get some more points. And now our current kill leader, T20, has hit 8 kills and is now your current killers. But E7 is only 1 kill behind them, so those 2 teams will definitely be fighting for the kill leader spot. Now, T20 would need to start kicking up. They would need to start turning up because they are still not even. They did top 5, but they have not hit top 2 at the moment. So, top 3. So they will need to turn up as time goes on. Mono, the last player left for his team, is safe to get a revive, but he would need to. But as time goes on, he will need to try to get more. He try to get some more coins to buy his team back. So it's you guys see it? Like, okay, cool. So right now everybody's playing at a slow pace at the moment, but a lot of cash and RBG is nearby. Zen does get hit from the side by one of the lot of cash members with Freddy tagging him, but Freddy does receive damage to him as well. But in a lot of cash is very spread out though. I think that's one of the things that a lot of cash needs to work on in today's final. Diego does get tagged by Solo. Solo trying to see if he could probably initiate the push with the rest of RBG, as they do see, from what I assume, that RBG is saying, listen, it's 2 plays in here. This could be 3 quick kills on them. Two more quick kills, and we could be put at 3 kills. And our next team to be fully wiped out is Lost XZ by the hands of T20. Solo go for the push. Solo trying to get the tags here. He does not get the tags. He gets tagged himself, but he does land out 1 shot that he needs to get the kill on Diego. And now King is the last surviving. King King, Freddy, and Lex are the last surviving players. But King does get knocked down and fully eliminated by one of the members by the hands of 58 Nation. So 58 Nation puts a lot of cash in a 2-player situation. Fallen Angels is not in. Fallen Angels is not in a better spot as they are down to 1 player left. But hopefully they do get the. Hopefully they do buy the players back to see if they could regain and keep the momentum going. Now, Redbox Gaming putting pressure on 58 Nation with Nunith, get your shots on Rush, but Rush does get inside the house and is able to heal up and reset. But they need to be careful though, because they actually are outside the zone. If 58 Nation plays their cover right, if they do play this gunfight right, they could actually hold out RBG. Francia getting a little too aggressive and does get knocked down and fully eliminated, but does give 58 Nation their 6th kill of this match. Mike for Fallen Angels is able to buy back his team. Buy back 2 of his players to keep his team in a 3-player situation. Mono is able to buy back 1 player, and he will be able to buy back Pelly, who does keep his team a little more healthy. Now PE Sports, some put a little pressure on T20, our first place team right now, to see if they could probably eliminate the killers in this match. Vandy going on aggression. Q trying to see if he can keep the pressure on them. Jeff trying to fight off PE Sports, but fortunately he can't. And the 2 members from T20 gets knocked down, fully eliminated, and PE Sports has now 8 kills, and T20 is put in a 2-player situation. And now T20 is off to a little rough momentum, but they do buy the 2 players back to reset and regain their momentum. So now E7 with Mono with a nice jump knockdown on Fuego for Vism Esports. But for looks like he could try to go for the push here. He does get 1 knock. Can he probably get another one here though? No, unfortunately he can't. And Mono does go down down, but he would not get fully eliminated as E7 and as the rest of E7 is gonna be there for the support and for the full team wipe on Vism Esports. And Vism Esports is gonna be your next team to be fully wiped out. And with that, E7 does take the kill leader spot. And now Sigga Cami trying to get some shots on 58 Nation, but 58 Nation does break away and they do create distance, trying to survive and trying to better their spot for later in the game. So now let's take a quick look at the zone as it is started closing in. As a zone for as a cover zone is on the western side of the zone. So the teams that's on the southern, western, northeastern, and eastern side of the zone would need to start making their way inside the zone and even have to fight their way in if they have to. As the teams that's on the edge of the zone will start putting pressure on them. And now, and for Sigga Cami putting a little pressure on PE Sports, they do get a knock, but unfortunately they don't get the kill. And now PE Sports is having a little rough rotation here. Mark for T20 getting caught off guard and does get knocked down and will be fully eliminated. And T20 do lose him, but most likely they will buy him back. And now RBG, after having a 22 kill game in match 2, only having 5 kills and only has 1 player left, with Nunif being the only player left alive, but he will get the buyback. But RBG will need to start getting more kills as the time goes on. Mike for Fallen Angels does get knocked down by one of the members for PE Sports, but PE Sports cannot secure the kill. They do get another knock as Derek's does get knocked down, but he will get helped up. And now with the zone, fully closed in, going towards the middle now. All the teams on the outside will now congregate inside the zone. They will now need to start fighting their way in. E7 now on 13 kills right now. 13 kills, but 3 kills below E7, as E7 does have 16. Okay. E7 4 kills away from hitting the 4 kills away from hitting the 20 kill marker. But they will need to play their life pretty smart here. One of the members from 58 Nation does get knocked down and unfortunately will get fully eliminated. If 58 Nation and PE Sports Academy, if you look in upper right, does have a good spot and they can hold off the teams that's starting to make the rotation in late now. If anything, they could start collecting kills on the teams here. RBG needs to start making the rotation. Francia does get some tags on the T20 members, trying to make their rotation hard as well. But they will need to start rotating in. The zone is going to close in, but the rotation would nowhere near be easy, as the teams that's on the edge will start putting pressure on them. Francia does get spotted by Emilio for Sigga Cami and will get knocked down and also fully eliminated, as Sigga Cami has 8 kills and is 2 kills away from hitting 10. If they keep this up, they could potentially secure more kills, but they will need to start making the rotation. They will also need to start rotating in, as now 58 Nations is trying to put the pressure on them, but they do have their members getting knocked down as well. Now I have to help them up and halt their aggression towards the outside teams. Sigga Cami does get into the zone, but they are having a rough time here. The teams is starting mid rotation and starting to get inside the zone, as both Fallen Angels and RBG is your next teams to be fully eliminated. T20 does hold the high ground and is now and does hold the high ground, but E7 does hold the highest point, as E7 does have the best spot right now and could start putting pressure on the teams that's starting to rotate in. So with 58 Nation, it's 58 Nation, Sigma Academy, and PE Sports now have to start to get inside the zone. A lot of cash with Freddy trying to see if he could probably Freddie, so if he could survive a little longer to make it to give some more points for his team. T20 trying to put the pressure on E7 because they know that E7 has a good spot in zone. Trying to make it a little harder for them, but I don't think they can. Mark does drop down on Freddy, but Freddy catches him off guard and gets the full elimination on him. So now Mark is down and will not be getting back into this match. And Freaking Nation does go down in 6th place. Now PE Sports starting rotation with T Kill getting knocked down and most likely will be fully eliminated, as now T20 is starting to collect the kills here. E7 down to Austin as the last player left, trying to see if he can survive a little longer. E7 does have 20 kills, but they're only down to 1 player. Austin trying to play ring around the rosy with T20, but T20 says, nah, brother, you are gonna get knocked down and fully eliminated. And now T20 2 kills away from hitting 20 kills. And now T20 does have deals getting knocked down. Jeff, Baki, the last surviving players left. Baki trying to see if he could put pressure on Vandy. Vandy does help get knocked down on Baki, and Baki will be fully eliminated. Emilio for Sega Academy, the last play left, trying to see if he could probably clutch it up here. PE Sports getting top 4, most likely will be getting top 3 again. Freddy for a lot of cash, trying to see if he could probably get top 3 for his team. Starting making the rotation as his zone is now starting to pull away. Freddy gets a nice tag on Cube. Vandy, Cube making a rotation. Jeff trying to see if he can survive. He does get pushed. He does get pressured by Vandy and Cube. But he would need to get to the natural cover. If he could probably get to the fence though, which I don't think he will, as he has no glue wars left to his name. He's relying on a chrono and trying to get to the rocket. If he can, no, he cannot. And Freddy denies him to get to the rock. As now, a lot of cash, Sigma Academy, and PE Sports. It's your last 3 teams left in this match. Freddy goes down and is now down to the last 2 teams. Emilio, Vandy, Cube, Sig Academy, PE Sports Academy. The last 2 teams left. Vandy going for the push. Emilio trying to reposition, trying to see if he could hold off the push from PE Sports. If Emilio could clutch it up, if he could clutch up this if he clutch up this win for his team, this will help him out a lot. But I don't think he will. He does get pushed. He does get attacked on Cube. But Vandy and Cube are too strong for him. And PE Sports gets a back-to-back. Booyah! For today's finals. God damn. Sheesh. Damn, PE Sports with a 3 streak booyah for the Phase 2 Series 3 finals. Golly. PE Sports getting 15 kills in first place. Sigma Academy coming in second with 9 kills, and a lot of cash coming in third place with 5 kills. And yes, guys, this is the actual PE Sports team, but this is the North American region of the team. This is not the other region. I forgot which PE Sports that is. So yes, this is the actual PE Sports, but the North American version. They got licensed by the actual team. So give me a second, chat. Let me put the scores in. So yeah, man, PE Sport is looking very strong. And also, chat, before we go into the 4th match, we gotta see who's the who's the closest to Champion Rush. So I gotta put the scores in. Also, I gotta fix the chart as well. Let me just fix that real quick. So that's that team. So quick. So that's what. So that's gonna be no points if you get killed. That's gonna be 2. Yeah, no kills for PE Sports Academy. Noted. So no points for PE Sports Academy. I gotta keep that noted. Okay, cool. Okay, so PE Sports getting first place 15, Sigma Academy getting second place 9 kills, and a lot of cash coming in third with 5 kills. And then we have T20 coming in fourth place with 7, 10, 18 kills. Then we got E7 Empire coming in fifth place with 20 kills. 58 Nation coming in sixth place with 4, 6, 8, 9 kills. Then Fallen Angels coming in 7th place with 7 kills. 7th place with not 7 kills. Come place with 9 kills. Varebox Gaming coming in 8th place with 5 kills. Vism Esports coming in 9th place with 4 kills. Lost XZ coming in 10th place with 3 kills. Royal Tigers coming in 11th place with 1 kill. GS Squad 12th place 2 kills. And PE Sports Academy coming in 13th place with no kills. So now we're gonna get ready for our next match. I don't think we play Purgatory yet, did we? We did not. So I'm gonna just get ready for that, and then we will see the scores in. It's on 2 minutes. So PE Sports doing phenomenal, man. Very well, and is off to a very, very good start in today's finals, dude. So to be honest, chat, we might have a new finals, a new series winner if T20 does not keep the momentum that T20 does not keep the momentum going that they did in match 2. Match 3. So if they keep it up, they could probably be our next series winners. But it does depend on how they do in the remainder of this match. So let me try to show right now. Beat 14. Okay, so I think we're good now, right? Okay, yep. So we're definitely good, right? Sigma. Okay, but okay, give me a couple minutes. I got to put the scores in right quick. Okay, Sigma, a lot of cash, got 13. And then we have T20 with 25. Okay, that's good. T20, 25. E7, 26. Finishing 14. Then we got Fallen Angels with 13. Vanbox with 8. Vanbox with 8. Vision with 8. Second, just Lost with 4. Void Attackers with 1. And then we have GS Squad with 2. Okay, so we should be good with that. So 2, and then nobody can see anything after that. So, alright, chat. So why teams wait? Here is the leaderboard as of right now. Let me fix that for you guys right quick. Okay. So right now, PE Sports is 6 points away from hitting Champion Rush, but they do have E7 right behind them, being 9 points away from hitting Champion Rush. So if so if so if these two teams if they hit Champion Rush, then in match 5, whoever if any of those two teams wins in match 5, then they will be crowned our Phase 2 Series 3 champions. And then we have Sigma Academy at 50 points, T20 at 45, Vanbox 42, 50 Nation at 38, Fallen Angels also at 38, Vism 31, Lost XZ at 24, PE Sports at 16, a lot of cash at 6, also at 16, GS Squad 15, Royal Tigers 1, and Fisher Tiger none. So like I said, it does. Like I said, if PE Sports and if PE Sports and SIG and E7 break the 80-point marker, then in the fifth match, we will have our winners. If they don't win, of course. So did they say anything? Okay, so I didn't gonna okay, so we start. So, this Void Tigers of Vism, so I don't have to them. Okay. So, all right, chat. Now we are going into match 4 for the Phase 2 Series 3 finals. Also, Jason, thank you for the 45 voices, dude. I'm sorry that I'm seeing just now, and really appreciate, man. Really appreciate, man. Thanks a lot, man. For real. So again, chat. To remind you, E7 they need 9 points. PE Sports they only need 6 points to hit Champion Rush. E7 9, PE Sports 6. So if they hit that 80-point marker after this match, then the 5th match they'll be on Champion Rush. So for the teams that's in the lobby right now, we have GS Squad, Lost XZ, Fallen Angels, RBG, 58 Nation, SIG Academy, PE Sports, E7, PE Sports Academy, T20, and a lot of cash. Unfortunately, we are missing 3 teams, so hopefully they at least come in later on. So let's see who is gonna strike first blood for match 4. Again, guys, E7 and PE Sports is very close to hitting Champion Rush. So Lost XZ takes a fight against T20, with Lost XZ striking first blood. Baki does get knocked down for T20 alongside with another player. Now T20 down to which I believe is only one player left, as Jeff is the next to be fully eliminated. So chat, we are doing good. How to subscribe to tournament? Slump God. If you go to our bio in our TikTok and in Linktree, you'll be able to access you'll be able to access our Discord, and that is how you sign up for our scrims and future tournaments. This tournament registration is been close for this, dude, as we are in the finals. But yeah, like I said, go to Linktree in bio. You see our Discord link. tap on Discord, join the Discord, and we will notify where we have scrims in our bio. In our announcement, in the announcement channel of my podcast. So a lot of cash with Freddie and Diego getting knocked down. With Diego getting fully eliminated, Freddie he gets helped up, but Ronnie and Freddie is weak here. E7 trying to go for the aggression. Freddie trying to win his gunfight against Mono. Ronnie he gets knocked down. Freddie he also gets knocked down. And now King is the last player left standing, and unfortunately he cannot survive any longer. And a lot of cash is your first team to be fully wiped out in match 4. Mateo Garcia, the next to get fully eliminated for GS, and now Zach is the last player left for GS squad, trying to get away, but RBG is going on the hunt, trying to make their game a living hell. But RBG needs to be careful as 58 Nation is nearby. The sponsor team in a very good team in the CTS as of right now. As Francia does get knocked down, and 58 Nation is starting to put that pressure on RBG, catching them off guard and making them have a rough rotation. My party chat, I had to check something. So now 58 Nation trying to go for that wide angle and trying to see if they could put more pressure on RBG, which they do, as Solo is very weak, and Solo most likely will be getting knocked down here if he's not able to win his gunfight. Unfortunately, he cannot, and Solo gets knocked down, fully eliminated, and RBG is down to the last surviving 2 players. So now let's see if RBG could probably get the players back and regain and try to get that momentum back that they lost after engaging in GS squad. So now the only team that in the lobby that has the most kills right now is Lost XZ. With Dome doing very good so far. So let's see if they can keep that momentum going as well. Slump God, this is North America server, just so you know. So now everybody's spread apart. Nobody's really taking any gunfights at the moment. So now it's at a subtle pause. Everybody just trying to collect guns, ammo, but with the necessities that they need to get ready for the later game. So because from the looks, we might have, I don't know, chat, I'm gonna assume that we might have a Marbleworks zone, if anything. We might, or we might have a Brazilian zone, but I could be speaking a little too soon here. So, but that is a zone at the moment. So right now, so RBG did lose 2 more players again to 58 Nation. So now 58 Nation is keeping the pressure on them and making them have a very rough time. But RBG is keeping the players alive. They are keeping them in the game though. They keep on the back, but they will need to start collecting more kills. And now Sig Academy with Emilio get a nice knock on one of the members for E7, but with him being too far away, he would not be able to secure. He would not be able to secure the kill. And to be honest, he really can't really do much here though, except keep pressure on them a little bit by knocking them at 1 by 1. But he will need to he will need to break away and try to reconnect with his team. As from the looks of it, his team is nearby, but they are spread apart though. But his team, from the looks of it, is trying to go for that pinch on E7. And again, chat, E7 and PE Sports is close to champion rush. And Phoenix and Chris gets knocked down, and Phoenix will most likely be fully eliminated, and Chris will be able to get help up. But Sega Academy will need to try to keep the pressure on E7 though. Chris does get knocked down. PE Sports does get knocked down and fully eliminated, and they will not be hitting Champion Rush after this game as well. So now E7 has a chance to E7 does have a chance to take this to get to Champion Rush now, as PE Sports would not be hitting it. Dang, what happened? Damn, PE Sports, what happened, yo? Damn. So now E7 has a chance to get Champion Rush and is in contention, and now has a chance to steal the win from PE Sports, as PE Sports will now have to get on Champion Rush in match 5 instead of being able to get on Champion Rush this game and try to fight for it. So now they will be a couple points short from getting it. So now 50 Nation putting the pressure putting the pressure on Fallen Angels now, but they do lose one of their players. Singh does get knocked down and he does get fully eliminated. Rush, he goes down. He must like get fully eliminated. Zen trying to see if he can help his teammate out. Genino does go for the push. He does get a knock on Rush, but he will not be getting the full kill. And also E7 will be fully eliminated as well. So both PE Sports and E7 will not be hitting Champion Rush after this match. So this does give a whole lot of breathing room for the teams that still left alive, especially T20 and Sigma Academy. If they do turn it up, Lost X does have 9 kills, and they're trying to get closer to Champion Rush. Speaking of Lost X, Penta does get knocked down by Emilio. And Emilio trying to see if he could probably get some more kills though. He does get a damage, and he does keep the pressure on the teams on Lost X. So now Sigma trying to look for angles with them making a wide rotation here with Phoenix and Chris, and also Mako trying to see if they could probably put Lost X in a pinch here, but Lost X does rotate to a different spot, so unfortunately they cannot. And right now, 50 Nation with 7 kills so far, doing very good, but they are 2 kills away from being tied up with Lost XZ. RBG trying to make their game a little better here, with them being again a quick kill, securing their 5th kill in this match. And now PE Sports Academy PE Sports Academy is down to only 1 player left, trying to see if they commit, try to get their players back and try to regain, as PE Sports Academy is in the lower standing in the finals right now. GS Squad they're trying to get some kills, but unfortunately they can't secure any, as they don't have any kills, but they are collecting place points here and there. Now T20 with no kills as well, trying to see if they could probably get some more kills here, taking this gunfight against Fallen Angels, with Mark using the iris skill to try to shoot through the wall of Genino, but he does get pushed here by Singh, and he does get a knock on Singh, and he most likely will secure the first kill, and he will for T20, and Jeff is gonna be there to secure the 2nd kill. And now Fallen Angels will be down 2 players to actually make that 3, as Darius is the last player left, trying to survive, trying to keep the pressure on T20, but T20 gets the full team wipe on Fallen Angels, and T20 secures a clean sweep, a clean wipe on the Angels, and Angels will be the next team to be fully eliminated, falling in 8th place. So now RBG keeping that pressure on Lost here, as he do get knocked on 1 members, They do get a kill though as well though. But Neutral, ADS and Penta trying to fight off RBG. They do get a knock, but Penta is very weak though, and now Nawatella will be able to get help up. Neutral and Aegis, the last two surviving plays left for Lost XZ, will be getting pinched here. Aegis goes down and Neutral goes down as well. And Lost XZ is your next team to be fully wiped out in 7th place with 10 kills by the hands of RBG. And RBG is only 1 kill away from hitting 10 kills. Now, GS Squad putting pressure on 58 Nation with GS Squad securing two kills off of 58 Nation, and is now going for the push here. Garcia, Mateo, and Owen go for the push, trying to stop 58 Nation from getting away. Fury does get in the monster truck, and Rush will be the sacrifice, as he does give Fury time to get away, but only momentarily, as GS Squad does get the full team wipe on 58 Nation. And following 58 Nation, P Esports Academy is your next team to be fully wiped out. What tournament is this? This is the CTS Phase 2 Series 3 Finals. So GS Squad gets the full team out on 58 Nation, and that will help them out a lot with kill wise. Sigma Academy start making the rotation in. Phoenix gets knocked down. Chris does get knocked down, but he does get help up. But unfortunately, Phoenix will not have the same fate. RBG keeping the pressure on Sig Academy. Mako, Chris both get knocked down and fully eliminated. As we are now down to our last 3 teams: GS Squad, RBG, and T20, with RBG getting 13 kills in match 4, taking the killer spot and breaking double digits. Now, GS Squad trying to keep pressure on T20, as T20 does hold a nice spot, but they are taking some serious damage with Baki and Darius, the last 2 players left alive. And the only 2 teams that's really healthy right now is GS Squad and RBG, as both the teams is now initiating in a gunfight, with GS Squad trying to keep the pressure on keeping the pressure on RBG. Nunez does get knocked down by Mateo. Nawatella does use a launch pad to get away. Francia, Solo both get knocked down, and both will be getting fully eliminated, as now GS Squad has hit 8 kills and is 2 away from hitting 10 kills. As now they're starting to put the pressure on T20, as Garcia, Owen, and Mateo going for the push here. Owen keeping that pressure, laying the shot with an M590. T20 might be going down, but he do get a full kill on Owen, stopping his push momentarily and keeping the 2 members alive. Darius, Baki holding their own. Zach does find the last number 4 RBG, and RBG goes down in 3rd place. Darius, he gets knocked down, but he will get helped up by Baki. It is now a 2-on-3, as now Darius does drop down and try to keep the pressure on GS Squad, but Baki goes down. It's now up to Darius to see if he could get the win, but unfortunately he will not. And Mateo gets the full wipe on him, and GS Squad takes the 4th booyah for today's final. And unfortunately for P Esports, they will not be getting a 4 streak booyah, as GS Squad gets their first final booyah in their CTS team career. So kudos to GS Squad from cleaning house in the 4th match. So that means we will definitely be going to a 5th game, and I believe, based on the kill wise and the placement that came in, E7 and P Esports will not be on champion rush going into the 5th match. So now we'll be going into a 5th and a 6th match for sure. So GS Squad takes first place with 11 kills. T20 takes second with 7, and Red Box Gaming takes third place with 13 kills. So, all right, guys, you know the moment, the memo. I got to take a screenshot of the scores, but it will be quicker this time since only 11 teams played. Also, guys, for the people that's following and subscribing on people who's following and subscribing, thank you guys a lot, as your support does mean a lot, and I really appreciate it to the fullest. So give me 1 second, guys. Take a screenshot of this. All right, All right, so I'll put the scores in. I'll put the scores in after we get to it. So again, GS Squad 11, T20 7, and Rambox Gaming with 13. And then we have Sigma Academy coming in 4th place with 7 kills. 58 Nation coming in 5th place with 5, 7, 8 kills. PE Sports Academy coming in 6th place with 3 kills. Lost XZ coming in 7th place with 10 kills. Fallen Angels falling in 8th place with 6 kills. E7 coming in 9th place with 4 kills. PE Sports coming in 10th place with only 3 kills, and a lot of cash coming in 11th place with only 1 kill. So that means that we are definitely going to a match 6. We are not going to we are not going to end it off on a match 5, or we're not going to end up on a match 5, as now excuse me, with PE Sports and E7 not breaking the 80-point marker, they will not be hitting the champion rush. So, all right, guys, let me put the scores in right quick, and then we will resume with match 5. So GS Squad has received 23 points. And then we have T20 16. Then you have Dreambox Gaming with 21. Okay, nice. Dreambox was good, but what do you 21. Sigma 14. Nation also 14. PE Sports Academy 8. Lost XZ 14. They got 14 as well based on kill wise. Fallen Angels 9. Then we have E7 with 6. PE Sports with 4, and a lot of cash with 1. A lot of cash with 1. So, all right, guys, to keep you in case everything good. So So again, guys, looking back at the leaderboard, PE Sports is 2 points away from hitting Champion Rush, and E7 is 3 points away from hitting Champion Rush. Sigma Academy does hmm, excuse me, is getting closer to hitting Champion Rush, but they will need to hit a 16-point game to hit Champion Rush in match 5 going into 6. So that that means that so that means that if it means that potentially we could have 3 new winners. Um and also Redbox Gaming is 17 points away from hitting Champion Rush. T20 is 19, and 50 Nation is quite far back, but they are getting closer though. So that means that if PE Sports and E7 goes out in the low rankings and does not get more than 2 to 3 points, they will not be hitting Champion Rush, and then we will go to a game 7. So, with that being said, we are now commencing the fifth match for the Phase 2 Series 3 tournament. So like I said, so unfortunately we are missing a couple more teams here, but the teams that's in this match is GS Squad, our match 4 winners, Lost XZ, P Esports Academy, RBG, 58 Nation, SIG Academy, P Esports, Fallen Angels, E7 Empire, and T20. Those are the 10 teams that's currently in this match. Hopefully the teams hopefully more teams do join up as time goes on. So let's see who's gonna strike first blood as T20 and PE Sports, which I believe might be the Academy version. No, the main PE Sports team. But T20 does strike first blood, but getting a kill off of PE Sports. T Kill is gonna buy Swaggy back, so that will keep the team in a 4-player situation. But T Kill does get knocked down and fully eliminated by the hands of Mark. So PE Sports is starting to struggle a little bit here, which they really can't be doing right now, as they are only 2 points away from hitting Champion Rush. So now is not the time to struggle. Definitely not the time to struggle. So now RBG, E7, both of these teams is colliding here. E7 go for the push, and E7 will begin Hermano for Frank. Hermano for E7 will begin knocked in for elimination, and he will begin another knock and another for elimination. And now E7 has officially hit Champion Rush going in to match 6. So now 50 Nation securing a quick kill off of GS Squad, trying to see if they can get another kill off of them, as Rush is trying to go on the hunt, but he cannot overextend too much. But actually he can, as a player, as Zach for GS Squad, for GS Squad does get knocked down and fully eliminated. Now RBG, after having a marvelous game 5, is now put in a 1-player situation, but only momentarily, as they do get the free revive off. So now the teams that's really in the bad spot right now is GS Squad. After getting the match 4 booyah, they're only down to 1 player left. But hopefully they have the free revive though. Hopefully. But it does depend on how they play in the next match. If they don't have the revive, they will now need to start collecting coins to get the team back into the game. Now, SIG Academy putting the pressure on T20 as Phoenix gets a nice knock-in kill on Baki for T20. Oh my god, my brain is not bending. So again, guys, if SIG Academy has a 16-point game this game, they will also be on Champion Rush as well. So now let's go over to PE Sports to see how they're doing, as they don't have any. Actually, don't have any points at the moment. I think they do get 1 point just from being in 10th place, but they will need another point or at least 2 kills to solidify them being on Champion Rush. So Swayu does take some damage. He will have to back off here as GS Squad is starting to keep the push here. Swayu does get knocked down, but Cal is gonna be there for the help up. Vandy does get knocked on the members, and he will be able to get the kill. So that might solidify PE Sports to getting Champion Rush going into match 6. Then Lost XZ securing their 4 kills off of one of the members for Fallen Angels. Dennis does get a shot on Gaming King for PE Sports Academy with the Academy team trying to keep the pressure on them, but unfortunately they really can't do much at the moment. Lost XZ has been performing very well in today's finals, but they have not gotten. But they are not really anywhere near close to hitting Champion Rush, so they will need to turn up this game. And GS Squad will get fully eliminated by the hands of both 58 Nation and PE Sports. So PE Sports will definitely be on Champion Rush going into match 6. Now Lost XZ going for the push here. Dennis does get knocked down. Pinta does deliver a lot of damage, but he also gets knocked down. And Adius for Lost XZ is the last player left for his team, but he does get help. But Pinta goes right back down. Adius needs to hurry up and try to get to the machine, which he does, and keeps his team alive. If he does go down, it won't hurt them. It won't hurt them too much. Now E7 securing 6 kills in this match. Try to increase the kill points, and furthermore adding more kills on. As again, they do hit Champion as they do hit Champion Rush going into match 6. So that means that if they do get the Booyah in match 6, 7 or 8, they'll be the winners, and vice versa for PE Sports as well. But if they don't get any Booyahs in the remainder of the match, then then whoever has the most points at the end of after the 8th match will be crowned our CTS Phase 2 Series 3 champions. So now SIG Academy trying to keep pressure on T20 here and trying to collect some more points if they can, as you do have an angle on them, but only if they're able to secure the kills. Now over towards the PE Sports Academy, trying to put pressure on E7 here, but E7 is putting the pressure right back on them. But I might be speaking a little too soon here. Actually, no. Cash and Kang both getting knocked down. Kitty trying to go for the push here, but Kitty goes down. It is now up to Gaming King to keep the team alive if he can. Gaming King is down. Has lower than 100 HP. Is able to pop the inhaler, and we're able to at least get one player back, but unfortunately he will go down to a mono for E7, and E7 securing 10 kills in match 5. So the teams that really need to step it up to get closer and maybe even get on Champion Rush is definitely SIG Academy and T20. But T20 does have 6 kills at the moment, but they are feeling a little pressure though. Now PE Sports gets fully wiped out by the hands of 58 Nation, but PE Sports is on Champion Rush though, so they can now start playing a little more passively going into game 6 though. But they do go out in 9th place. Now PE Sports Academy with Kang be the last player left, trying to survive, but E7 gets the full team wipe. And PE Sports Sports Academy will be fully eliminated back to back, as we are now down to our last 7 teams. Fallen Angels being the only team. Oh, no, my bad. Fallen Angels and T20 being the only teams in this match with no kills. They need to start collecting kills here in this match if they want to get closer to also hitting Champion Rush as well. Benta does get knocked down, and he most likely will be fully eliminated. T20 starting to add more kills on to the repertoire, as he do hit 8 kills in this match. E7 securing their 15th kill and is 5 kills away from hitting 20 kills. SIG Academy with only 3 kills and it should be able to try to get 2 more players. Should be able to get 2 more players back, being Phoenix and Chris, if they're able to get the buyback off. Again, if SIG Academy wants to hit Champion Rush this match, they will need to hit 16 points. Now, for the nation, so I put the pressure on E7 as Pelly does get knocked down, and he does get fully eliminated. But for the nation needs to be careful, as RBG is decided to join this gunfight here. Fury will have to jump down. He will get knocked down due to fall damage, but Zen is gonna be there for the assist. And E7 Empire gets fully eliminated by SIG Academy. But again, E7 is also will also be on Champion Rush going to match 6. So if PE Sports and E7 gets the booyah in match 6, they either or will get will be crowned our P2 S2 champions, which means that those 2 teams will definitely be playing a little more safe. Now, 15 Nation go on the aggressive here on RBG, as RBG having the members get knocked down one by one. Solo and Arab both get knocked down and fully eliminated, and 15 Nation is on 16 points right now. I mean, not 16 points, 16 kills. My apologies. In this match, 15 Nation trying desperately to get closer and closer to Champion Rush as well, as they want to hit it as well in this match. Because like I said, because chat, 15 Nation will need to hit 20. We need to hit 22 points to hit Champion Rush. They do have 16 kills. So if they get more kills and survive longer, they will be on Champion Rush as well. And now T20 going up against Lost XZ, with Lost XZ putting T20 now in a 1-player situation. T20 cannot afford to lose anymore. Cannot afford to go out, because if they do get fully eliminated, they will not be hitting Champion Rush in this game as well. Now, for the nation, it is securing kill after kill here. Now on 17 kills is 3 kills away from hitting the 20 kill marker. RBG having a very rough time here with no kills and having their players basically getting farmed by 15 Nation at this point, but they still have a chance to at least get a few kills in this match. But they would need to play it. They would need to play it right. Arab does get knocked down by he most likely will be getting fully eliminated as well. Now, Fallen Angels with 3 kills. Now trying to put pressure on SIG Academy. Mike trying to get a shot on him, but unfortunately he cannot secure him. Now, 15 Nation down to only 1 player left, being calm as the last player standing for his team. The best thing he could do right now, due to the fact he has 17 kills, and just go for placement points. Go for a gunfight. It's the last thing you want to do at this moment. You are 22 kills away from hitting Champion Rush this match. The last thing you want to do is throw that chance away. But Lost XZ does get fully eliminated. Calm does get spotted. If he's able to at least get another kill here, he will at least be able to survive. But he does have trouble on him. And unfortunately, 15 Nation does get knocked down and fully eliminated. But hopefully, they do secure enough points to get on to Champion Rush. And Sick Academy does follow suit. And with Sick Academy getting 4 kills and going out in 4th place, they will not be hitting the 16 kills marker that they need to also get onto Champion Rush. So that leaves us with our last 3 teams: RBG, T20, and Fallen Angels. T20 securing 13 kills this match. So basically, they might have hit the Champion Rush marker as well. But we had to see the scores though. Janino does get knocked down, but he will get helped up as well. T20 is looking very healthy. It's looking very good here. But RBG is trying to put the pressure on them. But T20 is going for that push and trying to put the pressure on Fallen Angels, as Fallen Angels is taking a lot of damage here. Darius does go down, but he would get helped up though. Can't say the same for Baki, as he does get knocked down and fully eliminated. Seeing he goes down, he actually jeopardizes T20 from able to get the help up, and now both T20 and Fallen Angels is in a 1-player situation, as Mark is the last surviving player and RBG has a higher chance of securing the 5th booyah here. So now RBG could get very close here. Could get very close to Champion Rush if they win this match here. Mark will get exposed by the glue armatures thrown by RBG, and he will need to pray that he can at least get to 2nd place. But from the looks of it, I don't think he will though, as a zone will pull away from his favor. Seeing for Fallen Angels would take the time to get a better spot in zone. Mark trying to survive, but unfortunately he can't. And T20 will be fully eliminated in the place, which does leave us with the last 2 teams, Fallen Angels and RBG. But RBG has a higher chance of winning this match due to the fact it's a 3-on-1. They're going for the push. Sing trying to see if he can survive, but unfortunately he cannot. And RBG takes the 5th booyah for today's finals. Man, what a wonderful, brilliant game by RBG, securing 20 points. 20 points, and they will also be on Champion Rush based on our game 2, and same for T20 as well. And Fallen Angels does get 17 points, but they will not be hitting Champion Rush as well. They'll be close though, but they will not be hitting it as well. And also 58 Nation will also be on Champion Rush as well. So that will have one. So that will actually have what, 4 teams on Champion Rush going to Game 6. So damn. So chat, today's finals is looking to be any of those 4 teams game. So as per usual, guys, I got some scores in. So let me just just do this right quick. Second challenge, let me put the scores in right quick. Alright, do this right quick. And then we got GS Squad. So So again, Redbox Gaming comes in first place with eight kills in first place. Fallen Angels come in second place with also 8 kills, and T20 coming in third place with 15 kills. And then we have Sigma Academy coming in fourth place with 4 kills. 50 Nation coming in fifth place with 17 kills. Lost XZ coming in sixth place with 7 kills. E7 Empire coming in 7th place with 7, 10, 13, 18 kills. No, not 18 kills, 17 kills. My apologies. Then got PE Sports Academy coming in 8th place with 5 kills. PE Sports coming in 9th place with 3 kills. And then GS Squad coming in last place with only 1 kill. And yes, T kill. 4 teams will be now on Champion Rush. I will just put the scores in just to solidify that's true. Alright, y'all, let me put the scores in so you can clearly see who's on Champion Rush. So, okay, we're gonna put it, because Vanbox got 20. Fall Angel got 17. Then we have T20 getting 23. Then we have Sigma Academy getting 11. What yeah, Sigma Academy getting 11. Fifty Nation getting 23. Actually, hold up. I don't think they actually hit Champion Rush though. With that, did they? No, I don't think 50 Nation hits Champion Rush. No, I don't think they did. Then Lost XZ got 12. No, 50 Nation is 5 points away from hitting Champion Rush. 5 points away. So they would need to stop. See, give me 1 second. So yeah, my apology. My calculation was all the way to hell wrong with 50 Nation. E7 has 19. PE Sports Academy has 8. The PE Sports has 5. And GS Squad has 2. So actually, yes, there is 4 teams that is on Champion Rush though. There's 4 teams. I thought 50 was on Champion Rush, but they all tied up. And same with Sigma Academy. So limited teams now. So yes, that's the real PE Sports, just so you know, guys. So let's go report. Boom. So so again, guys, E7 Empire, T20 Esports, Rare Box Gaming, and PE Sports are your 4 teams that's on Champion Rush. But 58 Nation, Sigma Academy are 5 points away from hitting Champion Rush as well. That means that if E7, T20, Vanbox, and PE Sports gets eliminated, it does not hit, and it gets eliminated, that means that 15 Nation Sigma could get 5 more points to get on Champion Rush going into match 7. But match 6 could be the last and final match for tonight. Let's get to it. So now we're going into the last and final map, guys. Who out of the 4 teams you see that has more than 80 points could win in match 6? Or will we be going to a match 7? If you go to match 7, that means that 15 Nation and Sigma Academy will be on Champion Rush if they only get 5 more points. So the teams that's in this lobby: GS Squad, Lost XZ, PE Sports, RBG of Rambox Gaming, 58 Nation, SIG Academy, PE Sports Academy, Fallen Angels, E7 Empire, and T20. RBG, PE Sports, T20, and E7 are the 4 teams that is on Champion Rush. If any of those 4 teams wins in the 6th match, they will be crowned your P2S3 champion. So RBG putting pressure on SIG Academy, and again chat, SIG Academy is 5 points away from hitting Champion Rush, so they cannot go out early in this match. If so, that will lower their chances even more from getting to Champion Rush. So E7 does run into esports PE Sports Academy, not the main team. Like I said, if PE Sports, the main team, gets fully eliminated, they will not be winning on Champion Rush in this match. And a PE Sports Academy gets fully eliminated, so they will not be getting closer to Champion Rush after this match, and it will be the first team to be fully wiped out. So again, chat, to remind you, the teams that's on Champion Rush: T20, RBG, PE Sports, and PE Sports, RBG, E7, and T20 are the 4 teams that is on Champion Rush in this match. But the teams that's 5 points away though is 58 Nation and Sigma. So Sigma and 58 Nation need to come to a gentleman agreement, if they decide to do so, to fully eliminate those 4 teams and stop them from winning in this match. Because if any of those 4 teams wins it, that will be the end of this tournament, and they will be crowned your P2S3 champions. So T20, after having a rough beginning in this tournament, has clawed their way back to hitting Champion Rush and could steal the win if they decide to do so. So Sigma Academy has 2 kills in which I believe is 2. It's like 2 or 1 point away from hitting Champion Rush. Now Mako does get knocked down, but he will be helped up, and he will have a chance to stay alive in this game. Now GS Squad go up against Sig Academy with Sig Academy trying to make their life a little more easy here, trying to collect more points, which I do think they now are on Champion Rush if we do go to a match 7. But Chris and Emilio does get knocked down. 58 Nation during the gunfight here and put the pressure on Sigma Academy, and Sigma Academy gets fully eliminated by 58 Nation. So now if 58 Nation keeps this up, which they do, which I think they now hit Champion Rush at the moment, but they would need to go to a game 7 if they want to win this tournament. But Garcia does knock down Rush, and he does get a full kill on him as well. Now Calm does take a lot of damage, and now I'll have to try to reset. And now RBG they decide to join the fight here, put the pressure on 58 Nation to stop them from even having a chance to get a Champion Rush here. But Calm and Zeno trying their best to try to fight off RBG, which they do a little bit here, as they do get a knock and kill. But Calm does get knocked down and fully eliminated. Zen trying to fight off RBG, but unfortunately he can't, and he will be getting knocked down and fully eliminated. So 58 Nation will be hitting Champion Rush officially if we go to a game 7. RBG down to one last player, cannot overextend too much, as you are one of the teams that is on Champion Rush. If you do get fully eliminated, you will not be winning in this. You will not be winning this tournament in match 6. So let's just take a quick look at PE Sports Academy, as no one is really near them at the moment, but that could change as time goes on. GS Squad trying to get closer and closer to hitting Champion Rush, as they are 40 points down pretty much after this match to hit the Champion Rush. Now, could they hit it? Yes, but they would need to collect a whole lot of kills. So now T20 and E7 is nearby, 2 of the 4 teams that is on Champion Rush. Both of them is on a standoff at the moment, trying to see who is gonna get the first knock and who is going to get the team wipe as well. E7 does have 4 kills, so even if they don't win on Champion Rush, they could increase their lead on getting more points. So Zen does get knocked down, and he does trade-ish with 58 Nation, as Calm does knock down Mateo, but he will not be getting help up, and same for Zen, as both Zen and Calm will be getting knocked down and fully eliminated. So now up to Fury and Rush to keep the team alive and try to get the team back into the game. Because now 58 Nation is officially on Champion Rush going to match 7, but they will need to stop PE Sports, T20, E7, and RBG from winning this game. So the teams that really need to work together to stop the for the 4 teams from winning is 58 Nation, Fallen Angels, GS Squad, and Lost XZ. So now T20 getting their first kill off of one of the RBG members, trying to make their life, trying to make their game and life a little rough here, because T20 could sweep the win here, and they could be 3-time winners, or we could have a new phase 2 winner for Series 3. But everybody just trying to play their life, trying to do the best they can to get the teams back into the match. Rush will have enough coins to buy back Zen and Calm, keeping the team in a 4-play situation, but they will now need to start putting pressure. They now need to start surviving a little longer and also get into zone. So GS Squad do lose one of the members. No, GS Squad does eliminate one of the members from RBG and has now hit 11 kills in this match. Again, GS Squad would need 40 points after this match to get to Champion Rush. So now Fallen Angels decide that they wanted to join the fight here and put pressure on GS Squad. But again, they need to come to a gentleman agreement to not let any of these 4 teams get the booyah in this match. So now E7 does trade shots for PE Sports Academy, now seeing that they're rotating in and now trying to play their life. So again, the teams. So again, after this match, if none of those 4 teams, if none of the 4 teams gets the booyah this match, 58 Nation will be the next team to join them on Champion Rush. Zen does get knocked down. He does get fully eliminated by Swayu for PE Sports, which means that 58 Nation cannot overextend. They cannot get too aggressive. They need to stay alive. They need to save this aggressiveness for the late game, as the 4 teams that's on Champion Rush is playing more passive. Now, now 58 Nation does spot one of the members for RPG being solo, trying to get away if he can, which I don't think he will, as long as he does not get spotted. But unfortunately, looking to kill feed he does, and 58 Nation will get another kill off of them. Now Lost XZ is having a little trouble here, as T20 is starting to put the pressure on them. If Lost XZ is able to get the full team wipe on them, T20 will not be winning this match from Champion Rush. And from the looks of it, they want to put the pressure on them. They want to keep the pressure on T20 to stop them from winning in this game. But they do lose one of the members. They cannot overextend here too much, as Lost XZ is now put in a slight pause. Penta does take damage, and now T20 is gonna start putting pressure on Lost XZ, as Natural does get knocked down. Adius, he gets knocked down. Penta gets knocked down, and Lost XZ is your next team to be fully eliminated by T20. And T20 is getting closer and closer to closer to securing this win. 9. I don't think he knows, which he doesn't. Does get knocked down, and he will be getting fully eliminated. PE Sports having a little rough time here with Vandy and Swire getting knocked down, but they will be helped up. GS Squad trying to keep the pressure on the team that's in this lobby, but they need to really put pressure on the Champion Rush teams. Now E7 putting pressure on trying to put pressure on PE Sports Academy, on PE Sports, as PE Sports is trying to desperately survive and try to get the win here. Owen for GS, Carl guard by himself, not to fall back. Now PE Sports putting a little pressure on E7, as Armando will go to the red machine outside the zone to keep his team on to keep his team in a 4-player situation. $ is 4 teams right now that's on Champion Rush in this match. It's PE Sports, T20, E7, and RBG. So it's like I say, if any of those 4 teams win this match, they will close out. They will close out the P2 S3 finals. So now GS Squad is starting to make their move against PE Sports, but they cannot be. But I mean, they could be aggressive, but they do need to be careful though. For looks like they are going to start keeping that pressure on them. Garcia does get knocked down. Owen, Mateo, and both Mateos are left alive. PE Sports is feeling the pressure from GS Squad. If PE Sports goes down, which they do, they will not be winning on Champion Rush. So that means that T20, RBG, and E7 has a chance to win this match and close out the final. But it does come down to how they play later in this match. But PE Sports will not be winning. On Champion Rush, based off of them getting fully eliminated by GS Squad. And now E7 is putting pressure on Vanbox. Francia does get knocked down. Fallen Angels now putting pressure on GS Squad, and Vanbox Gaming gets fully eliminated. So that means that E7 and T20 are the only two teams in that's left alive that has a chance to win this match. And now Mike and Mateo going back and forth, but Fallen Angels does win the gunfight there. Jeff for T20 does get knocked down, but he will get help up. But he still needs to start. But he will need to start rotating in. Fallen Angels and 58 Nation and GS Squad. Well, actually not GS Squad. Does get fully no, my apologies. 58 Nation gets fully eliminated, which means that GS Squad and Fallen Angels needs to stop E7 and T20 from winning this match. But Garcia does get a knock on Gino, which does leave Darius as the last player left. Darius as the last player left, which means that these two players needs to work together somehow to stop E7 and T20 from winning. But if those two players get fully eliminated, we'll have either T20 or E7 winning this game. But T20 gets the full elimination on Fallen Angels, and they also get a full elimination on GS Squad. So now we are down to our last two Champion Rush teams. It can either be T20 or E7. E7 going for a different angle here. T20 is feeling a little pressure. Jeff goes down. This might be the closest decision. E7 E7 going for the push. Pelly does get knocked down. Baki trying to look for angle here. Elmano trying to get the pressure. 9 Elmano trying to get the pressure on them. Baki, Jeff both get knocked down. It's now down to Darius, Mark, and Jeff, but they do get helped up though. Now the gunfight is looking in T20's favor, with 9 in Austin, the last two surviving players, and T20 could sweep the booyah here if 9 in Austin does get the full wipe. But 9 does get a knock on Jeff, but unfortunately he would not secure the kill though. Austin and 9 need to close this out if they can. If T20 wins this gunfight, they will be your 3-time winners for phase 2. Now Austin starting into rotation. 9 save him as well, but T20 does have the better spot. Mark does get knocked down, and unfortunately will not be getting helped up. So now it's down to a 2-on-2. Austin 9 versus Darius and Jeff. E7 versus T20, the last two teams that is on Champion Rush. Who could close this out and be your P2 S2 winners, with the zone pull being done, and now the zone will go to the center. It could only be one winner. 9 trying to look for angle. If 9 is able to get a knock here, he might be able to close. He might be able to help E7 close it out here. Darius gets caught off guard. He does get tagged up. 9 doing out the Skylar, breaking on the walls. Darius does get knocked down. It's now up to Jeff. Darius does get help up. Austin going for the push. Darius does get knocked down. Can E7 be your new phase 2 winners? Austin keeping the pressure. 9 trying to close it out. He's trying to keep the pressure on them. Jeff trying to see if he could probably clutch it up here. All he needs is few good shots. The glue walls does get broken down. Jeff down to his last glue wall. He does see Austin. He does try to keep the pressure on him, but Austin is repositioning. Jeff trying to see if he could probably clutch it up here. He just needs to get 2 kills to close it out for his team. But the zone is pulling in. E7 does have the zone. Jeff down to no glue walls left. Have to use E7 glue walls. Jeff go for the push. He gets tagged. He does tag Austin. He knocks down Austin. Is now down to a 1-on-1. 9 Jeff The last two players, nine, trying to get the tags. Jeff going for the push. Can Jeff clutch it up for his team, or can Nine clutch it up for his team? Both players trying to fight off. The Nine goes to Oscar. Jeff go for the push. Jeff does get the tag. Jeff needs just 1 or 2 more hits with an M590 to close this tournament out. He does have the high ground. It is now down to a 1-on-1. Jeff for T20, 9 for E7. All it takes is 1 good shot to be crowned your P2 S2 winners. 9 for looks has a bad spot. He needs to start right to the end. He needs to land a shot. He needs to get inside the zone, but I don't think he will. Jeff might clutch it up here, and he does. Jeff for T20 gets the back-to-back win for Phase 2, and T20 is your 3 times Phase 2 series winners. God damn. Woo. Yo, wow. I'm gonna be honest, what another sell to give T20 the booyah. Wow. Oh my God, chat. T20 is your 3 times series winners for Phase 2. Wow, bro. Wow. Oh my God, bro. Yo, I can't believe the ending that was, bro, for Phase 2 Series 3. T20 was able to clutch up a 3-time series tournament win. Wow. And mind you, chat, T20 had a very rough beginning, and they only got to Champion Rush on the last 3 games. The last 3 games, the last 2 games before this, they were able to hit Champion Rush, yo. So T20 Esports is your 3 times series winners for Phase 2. And it's your Phase 2 Series 3 champions. Wow, bro. So, all right, chat. Give me a second, bro. Let me see the scores in right quick. So, let me put the scores in so you can see how many points in total. Oh my God, bro. What? I'll be honest. That was a sell by 9 there. If he didn't go down underneath that building, underneath that bridge, he would have been good. But fortunately, he did, and T20 got the win, bro. Holy shit! Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. Wow. I gotta put the score. I gotta send the scores and put the scores in. Then we will talk more about this, yo. Because holy shit, chat! What an amazing way to end the Series 3 tournament of Phase 2, bro. What an amazing way to end it. So we got T20 getting. How many points was that again? That was 25. 25. E7 getting 19. GS getting 25. Yeah, we got 25 as well. Fallen Angels got 12. 50 Nation got 13. Box got 11. So wow, bro. So PE Sports got 10. What do you got? You got 10. Academy got 1. Sigma got 5. So I mean they did hit Champion Rush, but no, it was too late after that. And then Lost got 4. So look at the scores, chat. We're gonna kill later time. So again, T20 is your Series 3 Phase 2 champions, winning on Champion Rush. If E7 was to win that gunfight in that last gunfight, they would have had the most points and the win, but unfortunately, T20 swept them from their feet, and they are your Series 2 champions. So E7 got 115, T20 got 109, Rambox got 94, PE Sports got 93, 58 Nation got 88, and Sigma Academy got 80. Fallen Angels got 76, GS Squad got 65, Lost XZ got 54, PE Sports Academy got 33, Vism got 31, Lot of Cash got 17, Royal Tigers got 1, and Fisher Tiger only got 1. So theoretically, if he did go to a match 7, we would have had E7, T20, Rambox, PE Sports, 58 Nation, and Sigma Academy on Champion Rush. If you did go to a game 7, but unfortunately for Fend, for 58 Nation and Sigma, we unfortunately did not go to a game 7 to at least give them another shot at Champion Rush, which they did hit, but unfortunately they did fall short. But very good game by those two teams, man, and we'll love to see them play more on. Love to see them play more often. So, if that being let's see. We're not gonna go on the kills and stuff like that, because he got in the last match. That's really it. But yeah, chat. Wow. So yeah, chat. T20 is not only your Phase 2 Series 3 winners, but your 3-time winners of Phase 2. And yo, what a marvelous finals we had today, bro. And to be honest with you, I think that was our best finals of Phase 2 as of right now, or maybe in CTS in CTS history. Because yo, we could have went to a game 7 if GS Squad and Fallen Angels did not fight each other in that later game zone. And due to the fact they did, both teams was put in a one-player situation, and both of them unfortunately did get fully eliminated. And unfortunately, they did not extend the tournament to a 7th match. And then it was down to the last 2 teams, being T20 and E7. And unfortunately, E7 sold. Yes, I'm saying this. They sold the win, and they could have been our new P2 champions, but unfortunately they fumbled the ball, and T20 is your remaining champions of Phase 2. So yeah, man. But we gotta give kudos. We gotta give kudos to both to these teams as well. RBG, a whole new team in the CTS, doing phenomenal, bro. In their first ever CTS tournament, and not only that, they got on Champion Rush 2, which is hella surprising for a new team. So to have them on Champion Rush for a new team in the CTS is very, very amazing, and I would love to see them play more in our CTS tournaments from here on out. And for PE Sports, previously known as Wagger, doing very good in the CTS final tournament. And to be honest, I think this is the best PE Sports / Wagger has ever done in a CTS, and this was the first time they ever got to Champion Rush in a CTS final in the final in the CTS tournament. So kudos to them. And then we have 58 Nation, a team that we really don't see do this well in previous tournaments, let alone even qualify for the finals, getting 88 points, getting on Champion Rush 2, but unfortunately they couldn't play. Unfortunately, they couldn't win on Champion Rush in match 7 because he already hit it in match 6, and unfortunately they did not make it to match 7. So they don't win based on that. But they do break the 80-point marker. And then Sigma Academy, another new team in the CTS, doing phenomenal, coming on Champion Rush, getting on Champion Rush in the same in game 6 as well. But the same thing as 58 Nation, they do not extend the tournament to a 7th match, and unfortunately they did get eliminated. So they did Champion Rush, but they just did not get to a 7th match. So, and also for the rest of the teams, for the rest of the teams like Fallen Angels, GS Squad, Lost XZ, those teams did very good today too, man. Unfortunately, they did not hit Champion Rush, but they did play very well. The Fallen Angels only 4 points away from hitting Champion Rush, did very, very good as well, but unfortunately we did not go to game 7, and even if we did go to game 7, they would not be on Champion Rush until game 8 if we hit to game 8. But GS Squad did very good in the last couple of games, especially in match 3 where they got that booyah in doing very well. And then we had PE Sports Academy. Not Peace Sports. I mean, Peace Sports Academy did good too, but they could have done a little better. And then we had GS Squad, another new team in the CTS. Again, do very good, and unfortunately fell short. And also, yeah, not GS Squad. My apologies. Lost XZ, a whole new team in the CTS, doing good. Unfortunately, they only got 54 points, but for them to make it to the finals and do this good though, in the finals though, is very good to see. And Vism also gotta give credit to them. Also gotta give credit to them as well. Making it to the final, but unfortunately could not play any more matches due to the fact that they are in the FFWS. But I'm pretty sure if they weren't though, they would definitely win this. They definitely would have played more better today. But regardless, though, they did okay though. They did get 31 points in up to match 3 though, which been on a good pacing to Champion Rush. But unfortunately, they couldn't do the remainder of the matches, and a lot of cash. Another team didn't do so hot though. Got 17 kills, and they say no, bro. We're not gonna even get to nowhere near Champion Rush due to our previous match performances. And they just decided to not play in the 5th and 6th match for the finals. And Royal Tiger was only able to make it to match 3 and only got 1 point. And unfortunately for Fish Tigers, could not make it to today's finals, and it could not play any of the games today. But regardless, though, these teams did phenomenal throughout the whole Series 3 tournament. and they did phenomenal. And again, we want to congratulate T20 Esports on getting or becoming the P2S3 champions. So yeah, man. Kudos, yeah, man. A very good, a very good finals, dude. Like I said, that's probably the best finals that we had so far, dude. Probably the best one we had so far, dude. So anyway, but with that being said, guys, that's gonna be it for me. Also, guys, also we did have our redemption cup offline for the Code series, where we had, I believe we had either Echo Esports or Zenny Esports at one point. But I'll get back to that. I'll get back to that. I'll get back to that to you guys later on in the week, and I will also post it on TikTok as well. So, and also, guys, before I go, again, I will be hosting matches. I will commentate and hosting matches alongside Commando in the Free Fire event in New York on May 30th and 31st. Yes, I'm going both days. So if you have a chance to meet me in person, and I will also be autographing some stuff as well for you guys as well. Please, if you can't though, it's all good though. But if you can though, please come. I would love to see you guys in person, as it would mean a lot to see members of the community in person, and y'all will get to see me commentate live again alongside with Commando. So with that being said, guys, that's gonna be for me. That's gonna be for the P2S3 finals. I hope you guys have a good day. I hope you guys have a good day or good night, depending on where you watch us from. And I will see you guys. And I will see you guys either tomorrow or Tuesday. I'm gonna try to do Tuesday. Can't guarantee though. I'm gonna try to do Tuesday to where we could have our solo tournament to we had to postpone. So yeah, but yeah. So again, I might see you. I might see you Tuesday. Can't guarantee though. But if I do see you on Tuesday, we will have our solo tournament for hitting 1,000 followers on TikTok. So again, with that being said, I will see you guys on Tuesday. If not, I will see you guys next weekend at the Free Fire event. Take care. Have a good one.